The story I want to share with you guys next is a little behind the scenes peek into a scene I wrote for Crescendo. So when I was in high school, I wrote in my journal faithfully every night. I have 7 or 8 volumes from my high school years, all my journals. And when I'm writing my stories, I often go back and reread these entries just to remind myself what it was like to be a teen and what it was like to fall in love for the first time and have your best friend betray you for the first time, all those good things. Well, I was writing a scene in Crescendo, and for those of you who've read the book already, you'll know which scene I'm talking about, where Nora, a main character, is in a guy's bedroom, and she's snooping on him and trying to find, it's Scott. She's trying to dig up some dirt on him, and he's a pretty dangerous and scary guy, so she doesn't want to get caught. Of course, she does end up getting caught. He finds her in his bedroom, and I needed a way for Nora to get out of there without him killing her. Well, during this time that I was writing this scene, well, I should say, okay, so Nora and V went to a fast food joint right before they went to Scott's bedroom, and so Nora had taken a hot dog with her into his bedroom, and at the time I didn't think anything of this. I just thought, oh, she's got this hot dog, it's in his bedroom. Well, I was reading back through my own journals when I was writing this, and I came across an experience I had in high school with hot dogs. And here's that story. So I grew up in Nebraska, but my senior year of high school, my family moved to Idaho. And out in Idaho, when a guy wants to ask a girl to a dance, he has to do something really special or she'll say no. So for example, I had this friend in high school, Jeremy, and he wanted to ask a girl to a dance. So he went to her house when she wasn't there. He went into her bathroom and he filled her bathtub with water and then put all these goldfish in her bathtub and left a sign on the wall. So later that day when she walked into her house and went into her bathroom and flicked on the light, the first thing she saw was this sign that said, "Out of all the fish in the sea, you're the one for me. Will you go to the dance with me?" Oh, that's so sweet. So these are the kinds of things you do when you want to ask someone to a dance, and the same is true for girl ask guy dances. So spring fling was coming up, and that was a girl ask guy dance. And my new friends here in Idaho had this great idea that we should all ask this group of guys who hung out together, we should all go in this big group. And they wanted me to ask a guy named Bo to the dance. Little side note, this is where I got Bo's arcade from, was Bo. So they wanted me to ask Bo, and I really didn't want to ask Bo because Bo was super athletic and good looking and popular. And in high school, I wasn't, I was really shy and quiet and nerdy. So I didn't want to ask Bo because I knew there was absolutely no way he would say yes to going to the dance with me. So I said, no, guys, I'm not going to ask Bo. And they said, yeah, you are. We've got this really creative way you're going to ask him. It'll be so cool. So I succumbed to peer pressure and decided to ask Bo. And the really cool idea they had for how I should ask him was to get this paper plate and put a hot dog on it, the whole thing, the bun, the hot dog, ketchup, and mustard, and then to put a little toothpick sign in the hot dog that said, "Bo, you'd be a wiener if you didn't go to dance with me." Great idea. And I said, "No, guys, I think this is going to end really badly. I can't do it. I can't." But again, I succumbed to peer pressure. And they said, "Oh, he'll say yes because he'll be so impressed by your creativity." So I got the hot dog ready. We were all down in my friend's basement. I got the hot dog ready, and I got the plate and the toothpick sign in there. But at the last minute, I was just really nervous, and I was scared that Bo would make fun of me and he wouldn't go to dance with me. So instead of writing my name on the paper plate, I wrote my friend Emily's name instead. To this day, I don't know why I did that. But as you can imagine, the next day it blew up, and I went to high school, and everyone was talking about, why did Emily ask 2 guys to the dance? And Becca, why didn't you put your name? Because it came out. My friend said, well, no, Bo, or Becca was supposed to ask Bo. So the worst part was I ended up having to go to the dance with Bo. His mom called me and said, I heard you wanted to ask Bo to the dance, and I'm calling to say that he will go with you. So I remember vividly literally standing in our high school gym that night, 3 hours, with Bo standing right beside me, and you guys, he didn't say a single word to me the whole night. He just stood there with his arms folded over his chest, glaring down at me, and I could hear his thoughts. I could literally hear what he was thinking, and he was thinking, I hate this girl Becca. She's such a dork, and I would pay $1 million to be here with any other girl. So I know, it was sad. We can laugh about it now. So here I was, recalling this experience with this hot dog in the stands, writing crescendo. And if you've read the book, or if you plan on reading the book, and you come across this hot dog scene, you now know exactly where I got it from.